Cabinet approves tough harassment bills. The executive yuan yesterday approved amendments to gender equality laws that would impose stiffer penalties, including up to 3 years in prison and a maximum fine of 1 million new Taiwan dollars for offenders who use their position or power to sexually harass others. It also said the legislative yuan is to hold an extraordinary session starting next week to facilitate their passage. The amendments to the Act of Gender Equality in Employment, the Gender Equity Education Act and the Sexual Harassment Prevention Act were proposed following a series of harassment scandals that have been exposed since May, with perpetrators ranging from politicians to writers, academics and celebrities. Penalties for sexual harassment by employers, government officials, school principals or people with authority would be stiffer than for general cases involving supervisors and workers, said Minister without Portfolio Lo Ping-cheng, who was in charge of coordinating government efforts to amend the laws. Those who abuse their power to sexually harass others would not only face compensation lawsuits filed by victims, but they would be asked to pay for punitive damages as well, he said, adding that fines for perpetrators would be comprehensively increased through the amendments. According to Lo, one key revision is the addition of protocols and penalties applicable in cases where sexual harassment is committed by people in a position of power. They include employers and supervisors of a company or an organization, school deans and teachers, as well as people who, as part of their duties, instruct, supervise, and attend to others. According to Lo, Lo added that employers committing sexual misdeeds often enjoyed impunity due to the legal loopholes. The proposal, therefore, mandates the local government intervene when an individual is sexually harassed by their employer or is not satisfied with their organization's handling of their sexual misconduct report, Lo said. The proposal would also make it mandatory that employers notify local authorities of all sexual misconduct complaints within their organizations, he said. In addition, the Labor Bureau will also step in when an employer is reported to have mishandled a sexual harassment complaint and order the employer to make amends, said Huang Wei-chun, a senior official at the Ministry of Labor. The Sexual Harassment Prevention Act considers it sexual harassment if a person's obedience to or rejection of another's sexual advances becomes a condition of obtaining, losing or reducing their rights and interests in work, education, training, services, plans or activities. The Act also considers it sexual harassment if texts, images or other objects are used to intimidate, or if discriminatory languages and behaviors are used to impair a person's dignity, make them feel scared, disliked or offended, or influence their work, education, services, plans or other normal habits. Other protection measures include extending prescriptive periods for reporting sexual harassment and allowing employees to leave work during the period when the local government investigates sexual misconduct allegations against their employer. According to the proposal, the Cabinet is anticipating a swift passage of the proposed draft amendments at the legislature, Lo said, adding that if they cleared the legislature at the end of July, they could take effect as soon as next month. Sexual misdeed. Sexual misdeed.
违法的性行为
Sexual misconduct. Sexual misconduct.
性别间不当的行为
Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment.
性骚扰
Amendment. Amendment.
修改、修订、修改的法案、条款
gender equality, gender equality,
性别平等，
impose, impose,
实施法律规定惩罚课税，
penalty, penalty,
处罚惩罚罚金罚款运动的判罚不利损失，
offender, offender,
罪犯犯法的人，
propose, propose,
建议提议提出方案构想做法，
scandal, scandal,
丑闻丑行重大的不道德行为，
perpetrator, perpetrator, perp,
犯下罪行的人，行凶者肇事者，
celebrity, celebrity,
有名望的人明星上流人士名声名气，
employer, employer,
主
authority, authority,
官方执法机关权力管理职权，
minister without portfolio, minister without portfolio,
不监管部会的政务委员或无任所阁员，
coordinate, coordinate,
协调相互配合，
compensation, compensation,
弥补补偿，
victim, victim,
受害者罹难者牺牲者，
punitive damages, punitive damages,
惩罚性赔偿金，
revision, revision,
修正修订，
protocol, protocol,
规范条约议定礼节，
applicable, applicable,
有效的适合的可适用的，
impunity, impunity,
犯错却免受惩罚，逃过处罚，
mandate, mandate,
动词强制要求，名词命令规定授权，
mandatory, mandatory,
形容词强制规定的法律要求的，
complaint, complaint,
投诉抱怨不满怨言，
mishandle, mishandle,
对某事处让未妥善处理某事，
obedience, obedience,
服从听从遵守，
intimidate, intimidate,
威胁恫吓恐吓，
discriminatory, discriminatory,
歧视性的差别对待的有识别力的，
impair, impair,
损害削弱，
dignity, dignity,
尊严端庄稳重，
offend, offend,
犯罪犯法冒犯得罪激怒，
measure, measure,
名词办法措施测量，动词测量衡量评估，
prescriptive, prescriptive,
法律或规定特别明确规定的要求的指定的，
allegation, allegation,
尚未经过证实的指责指控说法，
legislature, legislature,
立法机构，